Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. So welcome back all my dragon friends. How we doing, my dragon dudes and dragon divas? Hope you're having a rawsome time. I'm going to stop. I've got to stop. Right, let's just shuffle these around. While I have got you though, I would like to just bring to your attention that in the description there is a link to a video that I uploaded earlier this week. It is just a little bit of a reintroduction to the channel, so if you're interested, please do check that out. I would also like to say that in that description it's a link to the Patreon that I have created, which is designed or set up to do more in-depth and a little bit more sort of personal readings. So if you're interested in those, then please do give that a click. All the proceeds I make from that Patreon are going to go to the production and illustration and designing of my own tarot deck, or at least my own Chinese Zodiac deck. So if that is something that you would like to support me with, then please do check that out. But don't worry, if not, I will still be here every week on YouTube for the rest of you guys. So at the very least, if you could, while I'm shuffling these, just hit that subscribe button, that would be fantastic. That sounded a little bit sarcastic, didn't it? That would be fantastic. How about we stop about there. And we take that one from the bottom, we take that one from the middle, we take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got two positives there and a negative. So we've got a nice positive start moving into that negative energy at the end. It's always great when we see more than one positive, but let's not be too optimistic. White isn't always all right, black isn't always an attack. It all depends on the compatibility of the cards when we flip them over. And that is a great example of white not being all right. That is a conflict card. The dragon and the dog are like night and day. They do not get along. Not really. Your saving grace, I suppose, is that it's in the white. So you have got a positive element to it. But that's not necessarily the dog there. That's just the overall result or outcome. You could be in a really big conflict right now, but that's not to say you're going to lose. Communication is a bit of an issue right now, and I think you're trying your hardest to communicate. You're trying hard to express yourself, but you need like-minded people. You need support. You need patience, and you're just not getting that at the moment. If anything, you feel like you're being shut out. You're feeling like you're being put down. You're feeling like you're, I don't know, you're not being heard, or you're not hearing properly. Things are getting mistranslated. There's definitely some miscommunications, but you're trying. It's not a dead end, not just yet. Nobody's trying to rain on your parade, but just take an umbrella. Just grab an umbrella just in case. What we're seeing here as well within this conflict is it's something you don't want to lose, because losing means potentially a big hit, a big sacrifice. It's a big loss. It's not something that you're willing to give up very easily. This is something that you are going to keep on keeping on for. This is something that you're holding on to. Maybe that could be potentially the problem, though. Potentially holding on to it is the issue. The conflict may be arising because you're holding on to it. Maybe it's an opportunity now to see this conflict for what it is and maybe let it go. Maybe move on from it and let things simmer down, let things kind of settle themselves, maybe pick it back up in the future. This conflict, it's not something that's going to go away lightly, but it is something that is temporary. There's, like I say, there is a good amount of effort being put into this. There is a good amount of focus on this, and I think you're trying your best to resolve this problem, which is, you know, a typical dragon trait, and you want to solve it and you want to fix it, but sometimes it's just not the right time. Sometimes you're trying too much, you're getting too involved, you're getting in too deep, and that close up to things, you can't see it for what it is. Taking a step back, getting a different perspective, getting a more bird's eye view, you will you will, well, with dragon's eye view, I suppose, you'll be able to see things differently and potentially find better resolution and solutions. The dog's best friend there, the tiger's coming into play. Tiger is also a good ally of the dragon, so it's not an incompatible card and it's not a conflict card. There is a moderately successful union between the tiger and the dragon, and they can make a great team. So we are moving out of that conflict zone, and there is going to be resolution to have. This could have an emotional element to it, like an emotional attachment. That tiger is quite an emotional card, and I feel this could have like something to do with the heart or a romantic element, a romance element. It's definitely something that, again, you are willing to fight for. You're willing to be vocal about. You're willing to, you know, set off the occasional fireworks in order to make your point. And all of this might be all well and good, and it might make you feel like you're getting somewhere. It might make you feel like you're winning, but you might just be defeated on points. You know? You might be defeated on points. You may feel like you're doing good, but there is misunderstandings here. Communication is getting better. Communication is getting better, but you need to compromise. You definitely need to learn to compromise. To resolve these differences and to basically move on from this, you're going to have to compromise. And I don't think that's possible for you. That's not to say that you're incapable of compromise, but that is to say that you don't feel you need to or you should do. It's almost like compromising on this particular thing is almost beneath you. You don't deserve it, or you don't deserve, you know, you deserve more than just a compromise. You want it all. You want it all, and it's, again, something you're willing to fight for. That dog is a very prominent protector, fighter, willing to go down swinging. That tiger even more so. And don't forget, you're a dragon, which makes you one of the most conflict-loving personalities out there. A good debate, a good argument, a good way to sort of, you know, express yourself and breathe a few flames here and there. Makes you feel better, makes it feel like you've got things off your chest. So all of this is potentially leading up to a conflict, a bigger conflict, a conflict that is going to change things, and things are going to be different. And I think once this explodes and once this fuse is lit, there won't be any coming back from this. Unless you can compromise. If you can't compromise, there will be calamity. That's basically the gist of this, really. If you can't compromise on this, and I know it's difficult because it could be potentially a matter of the heart or a love connection, and letting go of that, or the thought of letting go of it or not fixing this problem, that is going to be hard for you to accept. It will be. But sometimes these things are best let go, you know, to see if they come back, then held on to. And then we're moving into this conflict card. But again, a good example of black not being an attack. We've got that negative card there. Sorry, I said conflict card. It's not a conflict card, it's a negative card. But it is a rat card. So that dog is in the positive, coming in with a bit of, I don't know, conflict that you are trying your best to navigate through and tread carefully through without compromising your own self-respect, and basically willing to fight through it, but it's still the dog. Then we got this rat coming in your affinity triangle. This is a very compatible card for you, an incredibly compatible card, but it's in that negative. And I think that comes back down to that miscommunication. I think that comes back down to the conflicts of the arguments or the debates or the stuff that you may actually have yourself. Basically, whatever it is that you need to compromise on, it's coming back round to that. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. That rat is a doer. We're looking at a doer that is a good symbolization for family and romance. We are looking at a connection here that is very close to you, that is being compromised, that is at risk, and you don't like that. You are trying to hold on to that. That dog is trying to say that you are doing a good job at it, but that rat's coming in right now to say that you can't expect to win. You can't go into this expecting to win. that's where you start to get expectations and you start to get conditional. That's when you start to, you know, be resentment of things not happening the way you want them to. This is something that if it's going to, like I say, if this is going to be fixed, if this is going to work, then you've got to take this sort of far away approach, this long distance approach. You need to be at a distance for this to work out for you. Because if you are up too close, you're going to miss what is happening right there in front of you. And if you do that, then, as I say, without that compromise, there will be calamity. But we'll find out how you get on with that next week, won't we, when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the snake. So if you are interested in what those guys are up to, then I'll see you over there next. If not, no worries. I'll just catch you next week when we come back and do a reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. Love and peace.